Welcome back to the Practice Peak, and sticking with the Olympics theme we had from last time, shout out Chesapeake native and almost one-time Virginia Tech Hokie, Grant Holloway, for winning the gold medal in the 110 men's meter hurdle. All right, enough 757 love. Going into what we saw at practice today, it was a larger period than what we got on Tuesday following media day, and they were getting after it. I posted the clips of the video of the DBs and the wide receivers really going at it and blocking run fit drills, and you saw a lot of hard coaching, guys getting at it, and it was a great competitive period for, a camp that it sort of felt like there's not much going on. Returning 21 starters, you kind of know a lot of the position battles. It's good to see the guys getting after it early here in camp as the pads are just getting on. So sticking with that theme of sort of knowing a lot of position battles and where they're going to fall as you head into the season, a couple position groups to keep an eye on. The offensive line. If we were to start at Vanderbilt right now, I would put house money on that it's the 5 guys that you saw last year predominantly on that line. And Xavier Chaplin, Bob Schick, both the Moore brothers, and Parker Clements as the starting 5. If I had to put house money on it. A note from today, Lath Gannum was in a blue non-contact jersey, but he looked good. He's been going through. I don't think it's anything to worry about there. All right, now shifting over to the linebacker position is also that other position where they've been moving things all over. Last practice, I saw a set where they had Kelly Lawson at star, Jaden Keller at will, and then Sam Brumfield at Mike. So a lot of interesting lineups, a lot of cross-training going on. We had the chance to talk with Sean Quinn after practice about who he sees mostly at star and also the prospects of cross-training these guys all over.
So because we've went out and recruited a lot of guys that have position flex, trying to get length, size, athletic ability. We got guys that can play inside, outside. In the secondary guys we recruit that can play safety or corner. Linebackers that can play all 3 spots. D-line, obviously, trying to find guys that can play multiple spots. Just from an injury perspective, any type of injuries we got the ability to move guys, depth. We want to play a lot of guys. I always joke we're old WWE. We're going to tag team. We're going to play a bunch of guys with the idea over this season, the cumulative snaps with that many guys playing is going to help us.
Who do you primarily have to star right now?
I've got a bunch there. It's, obviously Keontae Jenkins, Kelly Lawson, Caleb Woodson, Caleb Spencer, Gabe Williams. Got some young guys. Those guys primarily, they've all done a good job. It's been fun being able to cross-train all of them. So they're all working multiple spots, which is great. Every day, learning more in one position presents its challenges because you don't get as many reps at a particular position. But the overall understanding of the defense is the benefit from it. And just the chance to play around different combinations. It's, again, like a band, hey, you play bass tonight and I'll play the tambourine, your guitar. And just trying to find the right mixture. And also, we want the ability, if we have injuries or we have something come up, we can have more than one guy at a position and feel real comfortable about the ability to play that position at a high level. And we want to play a lot of guys. We've got pretty good depth, and we don't want a bunch of those guys watching. We want to play as many guys as we can.
Now, along with what Coach Quinn said, we also got to talk to Caleb Woodson, and he mentioned obviously transitioning from star to will and the differences he's seen and how he's kind of grown into these positions and being ready wherever the team needs him.
Well, Will, it's a lot more checks and a lot more you got to know. It's much complicated than star as of learning on paper. Execution-wise, there's less space out there. It happens a little bit faster, so I feel like my athleticism at star really helps me at will since there's less space over there.
And lastly, the graduate senior in that room, Keontae Jenkins, mentioned how he's taking on a different role now, being the veteran guy in that room and kind of bringing guys like Caleb Woodson, along with Caleb Spencer, the new addition, up and helping them get adjusted to Blacksburg and the defense as a whole.
I'm trying to give them everything they need, to prepare them for the game. I have a lot of game-on experience, and some of them guys don't have too many snaps in the game, so I just want to pass on whatever tools that I got or whatever knowledge I got to those guys to help them be prepared for real game in situations.
Now, that was just a peek behind the curtain from day 8 of fall camp practice. Make sure to stay tuned into VTScoop.com for more editorial content and all things Hokies as we roll on to Vanderbilt. Week 1 seems like it's right around the corner. For Practice Peaks, I'll be back next week on Wednesday, reporting to you live here from the great town of Blacksburg, Virginia. Till then, stay safe, Hokies. Let's enjoy it. We're in fall. See you next time.